welcome to Small Farm Living. If we haven't met before, my name's Julie and I am really glad that you're here. And now it is craft time. And for today's craft, I am taking this piece of wood that is just left over from a project that we did, and I'm going to make a little Christmas tree on this with a flagpole. And for the flagpole, I got a barbecue skewer and I started rubbing some Waverly Antique wax on it. And for whatever reason, it just seemed like it was splotchy. And I don't know if whatever coating they used on the barbecue skewer was preventing that, but I put one coat on there and set it aside. And then this is a lid off of a creamer top, just like coffee creamer. And I measured how much of it I needed. And I first tried to cut it with scissors. That wasn't working. So I went and got this nice little mat that my daughter painted on when she crafted at one time, and used that so I wouldn't cut my table. And I used a box knife to get the edges cut so then I could get my scissors in there and get it cut across the top. And then once I did that, I took it and I tried to make sure that it was perfectly up against the piece of wood and there weren't any visible gaps. And then I thought, you know what, I need to put the barbecue skewer through this lid. So I got this little tool at the dollar store. It's like a little hole puncher tool, and it worked really good to get the hole punched down into the top. But as you can see, the skewer didn't go down very far because it was so tiny. So I ended up putting a bigger hole in that with a metal skewer like you use for turkeys and things like that. And then I got this piece of cork that is from a wine cork that I had just sliced down for a different project. And I am going to hot glue this into here to give the barbecue skewer more support once I get it stuck through there. And let me tell you, ouch, I haven't gotten my silicone fingers yet to protect them from the hot glue. But as soon as they get them back in stock, I'm gonna get me some. And then I took this metallic, I believe it's called espresso paint that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to paint the bottom of this. Even though it was already brown, I just kind of wanted it to have a little bit still of an earthy tone, but a little shimmer to it as well, since this is Christmas decor. And then I'm going to get some put on the top of it as well. And this fast is becoming one of my favorite colors this year. I'm not really sure why, but I'm liking that deep brownish bronze color. And see how the splotchiness is on there? I finally gave up and I took just some regular brown paint that I have and painted that like that. And then I put a dollop of hot glue in between the two pieces. So that way when I stuck the skewer down through there, the glue got all over the skewer and stuck. And then I poked it down clear through the cork. And I'm just kind of sizing up how I want it to sit on my board. And then I needed a top for a flagpole, because you know how most flagpoles have like that round ball that sits on the top? Well, I didn't really have anything that would work, but I have these little tiny jingle bells that I got at the Hobby Lobby, and it comes in a pack with red and green. And so I thought I would take the green and I spread open the bottom of the jingle bell and made sure that it would fit on there right. Put a little bit of hot glue on there. And then I got the jingle bell put down on top of there, and I thought it looked really cute. It's a little bright, and I was thinking I'm going to put a little bit of rub and buff on there, but I figured I would leave it for now. And then I got this ribbon also at the Hobby Lobby, and I cut the ends of it, or the one end that you actually see there, and it says Merry Christmas, and I think it's so cute. And this is going to be my flag. So now that I have it bent and know where I want it to land on my flagpole, I'm just going to put a thin little layer of hot glue on there so that I can get the ribbon wrapped around there and stuck to the other side so it stays on there nice and secure. And yes, hot glue does still come through the ribbon because it's kind of like a burlap mesh. But now I am just making sure again where I want it to sit. And then I thought, you know, I'm going to just go ahead and glue this down. So I put some glue on the bottom, and it was pretty delicate because the little lid to that coffee creamer is very narrow at the top there, and I didn't really want hot glue showing up above that when I set it down. But I think with the volume that I got on the lower part of it, it was plenty, and it stuck on there nice and good. And then I put a little dollop right underneath the bell at the very top and push that down on there so it holds the top. And now I'm just putting very, very slight amounts of hot glue on the back of the ribbon, just a little bit at a time. And then I will put that down And then as soon as I get that adhered, I will finish gluing the rest of the ribbon on. And this way, it won't lift up and it'll look like a flag blowing in the wind. Now for my Christmas tree, you can see that marking number 10 on the bottom there. That was just my husband's reference for the pieces he was cutting off. I am going to take half of a cork from a wine bottle and I'm going to use that as the trunk of my tree. And now this is like a bronzy toned eucalyptus sprig that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use the leaves for something else, but I wanted to use the stem, and then I painted the little portions that came off so it was all brown. And then I measured to make sure that it was the height that I wanted. So now I am going to glue that down. And this is reindeer moss that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I am going to use this as my tree. So I'm just kind of figuring out where I want it to be and then putting the hot glue down. And again, there's a lot of spaces and gaps in between this, so I had to be real careful with my fingers. And I'm just gonna work my way up the tree, doing the same thing over and over again until I get all of my pieces on. And at first I thought maybe this would be too bright green, but I actually like the color. I had two packages, of course, and neither one of them were the same color. One of my packages was a little browner and this one was greener. So this just looked more Christmassy to me. So now that I have all the pieces all the way up, I wanted to go through and just lightly tack down a few more pieces in and out the whole tree just to fill it out a little bit more. And this is what the tree looks like now that I have it all glued together. I'm gonna get it cleaned up a little bit. And now I'm rubbing some Rub and Buff on the top of that green just to tone it down a little bit, since this project is more on the earthy side. And I think that looks a little bit better. It's not quite as shiny. And then again, I have these stars that I got from Hobby Lobby that were very bright gold, and I Rub and Buffed this one with the gold Rub and Buff, and I glued that onto the top of the tree. But I felt that there wasn't quite enough greenery behind the star, so I just lifted it up and glued a little bit more down behind it, so the tree looked like it was actually a little bit more adhered to the tree. Trimmed off a little bit so it had that nice little pointy shape at the top. And then I got to looking at it and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit of Rub and Buff around the edges of the sign just to give it a little bit of a flare. So I just took my finger and lightly rubbed all around the edges, and then after I got one edge done at a time, I just took a paper towel and lightly rubbed it dry. And then these are little Jenga pieces that you can get in the Dollar Tree, and I'm gluing two pieces together times two. And this is what I'm going to put on the back to help it stand up straight. And now I'm just going to get those glued to the back of my board. And once I stood it upright, I realized that because the board is so tall, it's a little bit top heavy and it wanted to fall over to the front if it didn't stand just perfect. So I haven't done it yet still, but I'm going to put a little piece of wood underneath the tree in the front, kind of to make another lip in the front, and just try to help balance that out. Either that or put a hanger on the back. But I wanted to dress up the bottom of the flagpole as well. I thought it looked a little bit too plain. So I am gluing a little bit of Spanish moss onto the top of this and trimming it off until it looks how I want it. And then I have these little figures. My mother-in-law, I inherited them from her when she passed away, and there was some cute little reindeer with wreaths around their necks in the packages. So I decided I was going to use this cute little deer, and I would just glue him to the top of the flagpole. And it took a little bit to get him on there, but now he's nice and secure. So here's what it looks like when it was all done. I think it turned out super cute. Let me know what you think. And also, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, it really helps push my channel out, and we'd love to have you subscribe. And also, let me know, do you prefer shorter videos for crafting, or do you prefer longer ones with multiple crafts in them? I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for watching.